Victorian Premier Dan Andrews copped a huge backlash today for his decision to cancel the Victorian Commonwealth Games, claiming he'd just found out it was going to cost 3 times more than he said not 8 weeks ago. Here's 3 of our former Olympic athletes on Channel 7 this morning.
It feels so un-Australian. We don't do this. We don't pull out late. We don't agree to do something and then not do it. Jana, what was your reaction?
I was devastated, Shervo.
It is absolutely un-Australian to commit to something and then pull out. And not only pull out with no solution, they've just dropped the ball.
Newspapers around the country also piled on in their front pages. Games shame in the Melbourne Herald Sun. The Australian, canceller Dan's false start. In the Financial Review, anger as Andrews kills the game, with an editorial saying this should be the death knell for his government. In the Daily Telegraph, Dan's con games. Courier Mail, killer of dreams, on it went. But one person did stand up for Dan Andrews. The bad news for the Albanese government is that the defender was its Home Affairs Minister, Claire O'Neill.
It was going to be catastrophically expensive. He didn't feel he could justify that to his taxpayers.
That's dragging the government into the Victorians' mess. Joining me is the panel, Michael Costa, former New South Wales Labor Treasurer, David Gazzard, former Senior Advisor to Liberal Treasurer Peter Costello, but now Head of DPG Advisory Solutions. Michael, why is an Albanese government minister defending Dan Andrews? Because it just makes the federal government look as shonky as the Victorian one if it thinks, oh yeah, what he did was great.
Or worse than that, look at the reasoning behind it. You know, the expense. If she's really worried about expense, she should talk to Chris Bowen. He's been making announcements after announcements in the last couple of days that are catastrophic, not only to the federal budget, to every state budget and every Australian household. Look, it was pretty pathetic. And I mean, you know, just to get to this Andrews thing, I mean, how can a government really say that the cost blowout was between 6 and 7 billion? That means to me that either they don't care about $1 billion because that's a significant difference, or else they've done no work on the initial proposal or any assessment, financial assessment on the current proposal that's led to that figure. I mean, this is embarrassing. But Andrew, the worst part about this is I think they'll get away with it. All the Republicans are now lining up to say that this was a good decision because the Empire Games and the Commonwealth Games are a relic of colonialism. So he'd probably get away with it. And I don't know what's wrong in Victoria. There's something wrong with the water down there because,
look, people... Mate, don't talk to me about that. Don't talk to me about that.